Round 1, fight!
Delusion!
Logic boo! Logic boo!
You win!
Greetings, fellow space travelers. BionicDance here. Some of you have been asking me for some new content on this channel, not my usual sort of fare. Now, while I do have a gaming channel, I keep forgetting to post to it and hardly anybody watches it in the first place, so today we're going to do a test run of gaming content on the BionicDance channel. If you like it, let me know. If you don't, let me know. That's what comment sections are for. Now, you're going to see my favorite virtual reality game. It's called Sparc, and I call it a game, but the truth is, it's a sport. As you'll see, there's a lot of ducking and dodging and weaving and throwing. It's very aerobic, which is something I need, because after 6 months of enforced inactivity, I was not allowed to exercise. After that unfortunate brain surgery incident, I need to get back my girlish figure. So, I love Sparc for so many reasons, as you'll see. Let's get started. So that's me on the right, as you can probably tell from the name. I think that's a pretty badass avatar. I absolutely love it. I wish I could grow my hair like that. Anyway, this game is pretty simple. It's basically dodgeball meets racquetball with a sort of Tron motif. Could there be a game more suited to me? So, don't get hit by either ball, yours or theirs. And you have a shield when you're holding your ball, so you can block theirs, but you only get one hit and then the shield goes away. So you want to be pretty careful. In this mode, which is the basic mode, you also have knuckle guards, which you don't have in advanced, which you can use to bash the other person's ball back at them without using the shield. Oh crap. Now there is a lot of technique to this, like throwing curves is really important. You just saw the other guy throwing a curve at me, but if you can make those ricochet, it can actually really confuse your opponent. Now, I had never actually seen myself playing in like a third person until I discovered that there's a console command that can switch back and forth between these cameras automatically. I always thought, hey, do I look like a spaz playing this? What do I look like while I'm doing this? And apparently, I'm not bad. I am actually, well, I won't say I'm impressed by myself. I will say that I am not embarrassed by how I look playing this game. So, there's that. One of the techniques that you really have to be aware of, and this guy I'm playing against is kind of a noob, so he doesn't know this, as you'll see when the camera switches to his first-person view, is that you really need to keep your eyes on the ball. And not just theirs or yours, but both. You have to be very aware of where they are, and so use your peripheral vision as much as possible. This guy's eyes, and you won't see it on the first-person view of his, but he doesn't really keep his eye on it. He looks all over the place, and that's a really good way to get hit by the other ball, the one you're not keeping track of. You'll be able to compare it to mine, where I'm almost always pointing my eyes down the field at him. The only times I'm not doing it is when I'm holding on to my ball, so I only have to track his. Now, also, I should probably talk about, like, every now and then it says strike, or you see that little X as it goes through the ring behind the guy. The more strikes you have, which is if you get it through the other guy's ring without hitting him, and without your ball being deflected, your ball gets a little bit bigger and a little bit faster, and you should see what it looks like when someone gets up to 20 strikes. I think there's a limit of like 30 or 40, but it's insane. The ball will go so fast, and that just makes it harder to block it, because you really do have to anticipate where the ball is going to be. And yeah, I won that round because there's only 3 minutes per round. You will go to 4 if it's a tie after 3 minutes, and then it goes into sudden death mode. And the first person to score a point wins unless you go all the way for the whole minute without anyone scoring, then it's a tie. Now, advanced mode is a little different. Advanced mode has no timer. It's best of 3 out of 4-point rounds. So the first person to 4 points wins the round, and the first person to win 2 rounds wins the match. Also in advanced mode, there are no knuckle guards. So it's a lot harder, you have to dodge a lot more, and that's where you're gonna start sweating. Because seriously, right now, I'm filming this right after this game, or rather I'm recording my voice right after this game, and I look like I just took a dip in a swimming pool. Seriously, I will be taking a shower after this. It's quite necessary because I'm drenched in my own filth. But yeah, I fell in love with this game the first time I saw it. I was like, oh my gosh, because my favorite movie is Tron. That changed recently. Like, I used to say my favorite movie was The Empire Strikes Back, but I don't know, something about Tron really connected with me again. It's always been one of my favorite movies, but something about it, I don't know. There's something comforting about it. I don't know how to explain it. I wish I could. But regardless, when I saw this game, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm surprised they're not getting sued. Because it really has that sort of virtual world look. And makes sense playing virtual reality. And one thing that's kind of weird is, like, the ball doesn't have any gravity. You could give it a light toss upward, which is not a good idea to do, because the other person will get like 2 or 3 throws before you ever get your ball back. But it doesn't obey the laws of gravity. It just doesn't fall. There's no arc to it or anything. It just goes in a straight line until it hits something. Unless you've put some curve on it. Like I said before, curve is very important. You see how the guy just looked all the way down to the side, and now he's looking up, and all of this stuff. It's totally chaotic. You don't want to do that. You really don't. It's the best way to get hit. I mean, I've already got 5 points on him to 0 right now. Oh, hit him again. That's 6-0. Like I said, this guy's kind of a noob, so I can't really hold it against him. At least I hope he's a noob, because if he's been playing a while and he still stinks this much, I don't know. But I actually, in a way, I like to play against people either close to my skill level or to play against a total noob, rather than someone who's just kicking my butt, because it gives me an opportunity to try new techniques. Anyway, that's the end of 2 rounds. I'm done. Hope you enjoyed it.
So, who wants cake? You have to rate first.